Hey everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we take a look at Ghostblade HD for the Switch and ask the big question: does this indie shmup deserve a place in your digital library? Well, hit subscribe, hit like, and let's get started.
Get up to see me fall. We are standing in two time zones all at once.
So Ghostblade HD, it joins the Switch, and for those that don't understand the HD in the title, this is a port of a homebrew game released for the Sega Dreamcast, one of the greatest consoles of all time in my opinion. But this one, it was actually only released back in just 2015, 14 years after the Dreamcast was discontinued. It's very cool to see these smaller developers focus on a console so many have forgotten about, but it's great to see a company like that now getting recognised and sharing it with a much larger audience. So let's talk gameplay, and Ghostblade, it fits many of the traits you would expect of the genre. Here we get to choose from 3 pilots and their accompanying ships. Each has its own style of firepower, but the effect it's largely the same. 2 fire modes, one a wider spread covering the majority of the screen, but with less power, and then a condensed fire mode, which is great for those larger enemies and you're going to take them down much quicker with so much more power. Additionally, all ships also have access to bombs, which it recharges as you progress. This clears the majority of bullets and enemies on screen in one go, and it's going to quickly become part of the strategy to beating this game. Enemies here are generally, sporadic, yet following obviously set patterns. It's true to any classic shoot 'em up. Each brings enough variety to the table that it never feels overused or repetitive. This, however, may also be down to a level count and just game length in general. Within Ghostblade, we get a total of 5 levels, all with a boss battle closing out each. And this is my first complaint. This game is just simply put way too short, and this really comes down to its relatively low difficulty level also. Now granted, we do get the option of easy, medium and hard, but this one, it never quite reaches that genre defining level of, oh my god, I want to throw my controller at the screen, or just simply abandon the game indefinitely, something I've personally done myself. With this said, I'm also in no way an expert though in this genre, but I beat easy mode first try. Normal mode, I beat it after 3 attempts, and hard mode, well, to be honest, I'm not sure how many attempts, but it was maybe a few hours. If I can do it that quickly, what could a pro do? A typical full playthrough of the 5 levels here, it takes somewhere in the region of 15 to 20 minutes. With each playthrough, you're going to get 4 credits like an old arcade, eating your cash. Once you've used up all of these though, expect to see that game over screen, and you'll be starting that 15 to 20 minute playthrough again. What really adds to the ease of this game though, I will say, is the boss battles. They feel very strategy light. Typically, in some of the classics of the genre, you may be targeting one specific area or, just simply a moving target. But pretty much every boss here is, well, so big you can pretty much aim anywhere on screen and hit. So all I found, or at least the game winning strategy for me, was simply look at my ship, hold down the fire button, weave around the bullet without ever really looking at the boss. But in the end, a couple of minutes in, I know it was going to be game over for my enemy. This, for me, it made the boss battles lack any real tension, and it's something that I do believe is absolutely necessary in a title like this. Now, outside of the campaign, effort has clearly been put in to drive that longevity up for Ghostblade. First, we get a co-op 2-player mode. It simplifies the experience though even further, adding a second load of firepower without adding really any additional challenge. We also get a score attack mode, always an addictive format, and I was hoping this would be like an endless map, or maybe all 5 stages stitched together, some sort of survival mode. But what we actually get is one single level which lasts no more than maybe 3 to 4 minutes. When it does come to extending the longevity of the game, I will commend the team for including achievements. It's a simple way to extend the life of this one, and it's a nice inclusion when they're not native to the Switch itself. After one playthrough, you are going to actually clear out probably the majority of these achievements, but there's definitely some tough ones in there to keep you going. Last for modes, we have training. It's a nice addition. Choose a level, a section, the number of lives you have, and you can get to practicing. Finally, one last thing to mention, we have the always welcome vertical handout mode. Prop the screen up or invest in a flip grip. It just truly adds a whole new dimension to the shmup experience on the go, and it helps with that tiny screen and the borders that you can see right now. Turning it vertical is going to get rid of those and give you a whole new playing field. Overall with gameplay, it's a shmup. Get the most points before the game is over, while facing increasingly ramping difficulty. And while it achieves this at its core level, it's just lacking a little bit in content. So let's talk graphics, and this one visually I will say gets pretty much everything right. Bullets are bright and colourful, meaning easy to identify, which is always essential. Enemies are varied, the level design switches for every stage, keeping things fresh, and overall I'll say they've done a very nice job here. The ships and character design, it's suitably fantastical. The ships, they look great on screen, as do your attacks. It does a good job of also showing you the scale of yourself to the world and enemies around you. My only complaint with design, honestly, is each ship has weapons that are detached from its body. They look great, but they did become distracting, and I would frequently crash in hard mode, as when I was maneuvering between bullets, I was looking at these and not my actual ship behind them. It's a design decision, don't get me wrong, it just wasn't for me, and it did cause some confusion at points. Now, if there is one area Ghostblade HD gets everything right, it's the sound and music. Weapons sound suitably big, all the effects, do their jobs, but it's the music that steals the show. This is a hell of a soundtrack, a particular favourite for me being Stage 4. Just take a listen to this. This one to me just feels like Shenmue found techno, and it's the perfect accompaniment to the gameplay. So the final verdict, and with a $14.99 price tag, I feel like Ghostblade HD may just be a little too late in the Switch's lifecycle, honestly. With titles now like Danmaku, Gunbird, Ikaruga, it's got some true gaming excellence to compete with, and it just can't quite match these classics of the genre, especially when many of them are actually at the same price point now. Gameplay here is fun but overly simple for the genre, leaving you with a very quick completion time. There's no story to dive into, which could have added a whole new layer of value, and the additional modes like co-op and score attack, while fun and obviously very welcome, are again short-lived. Now with Ghostblade though, I will say where this could find a great audience is those new to the genre. This is a great starting place to learn the ropes, but experts or even fans with a few titles under their belts should steer clear, or at least go into this one with tamed expectations of really just having fun here over difficulty. For me, I'd be extremely impressed with this one on my Dreamcast, and I'm now on the lookout for a copy of it, but here it just doesn't do enough to get my full recommendation. Today I'm awarding Ghostblade HD a 6 out of 10. The foundation is here, the gameplay is solid, the inclusion of vertical mode always welcome. It's just missing content and challenge. If you're new to the genre and have always wanted a starting point to get in, add 2 points to this score, because this is it. Consider this an introduction to shmups, just don't expect any others to go so easy on you. Thanks for watching, we truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments below what you think of the game. Will you be picking it up? If you didn't like the video, I'm sure you've left it already, but if not, feel free to give us some abuse in the comments below. And well, thanks for watching till the end. Hit subscribe, hit like, we appreciate every one of you who keeps hitting that button, keeps watching these videos, and keeps just joining in the conversation. And we'll see you all soon on the next Gaming X.